Welcome to today's deep dive. Picture this. You are standing on the green, you're agonizing over the perfect read.
Oh, yeah, we have all been there.
Yeah, you're adjusting for that 3-inch break, you make the stroke, and then you just leave it 6 feet short?
It's just the worst feeling.
It really is. But, looking through the sources today, we are doing a masterclass on a methodology called distance control. Consider this your personal analyst listener coaching session, because it's clear we've all been diagnosing our putting completely backward.
We really have. It is a total paradigm shift for most players. I mean, we're just so obsessed with the break, like the curve of the ball.
Right.
But the reality, and what this methodology proves, is that without consistent speed control, reading the break is just, it's completely meaningless. Speed is the absolute foundation of green reading.
I gotta admit, when I first read that, I was pretty skeptical. I was like, how can the curve of the green not matter?
Yeah, it sounds crazy at first.
It does, but then I thought about the physics. Let me try this analogy out on you.
Okay, let's hear it.
So imagine you're trying to parallel park a car, right? But you have absolutely no idea how sensitive the gas pedal is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be a disaster.
Exactly. You'd be slamming into bumpers. It doesn't matter if you have the perfect angle on the steering wheel if you don't know how the car is going to react when you step on the gas. And putting is the same way, right? If you hit a putt firmly, it fights through the slope. It holds its line.
Yes. The speed basically overrides the gravity.
Right. But if you barely nudge that exact same putt on the exact same slope, it slows down, and then gravity just viciously pulls it down the hill.
Exactly. The angle didn't change at all. The only thing that changed was the speed.
So if you don't know the exact speed you're going to hit the ball, you're literally just guessing the break.
You're completely guessing.
Yeah.
Which means, before we even look at a slope or care where the hole is, we have to get the body calibrated.
Right. We have to actually learn the speed of the grass for that specific day.
Precisely. And the sources outline a very specific physical protocol for this, the daily green speed calibration.
Okay, I have to be honest here. When I read the steps for this, I thought it was a joke.
You're talking about the head tilt, aren't you?
I am talking about the flamingo yoga drill. I mean, okay, the first part makes sense. You find a flat area, take 3 balls, and you move the putter back until you feel that natural resistance.
Right, your natural limit.
Yeah, and then you just let it swing through. It's like finding a baseline, but then it gets weird.
It does sound a little strange on paper.
A little. The instructions say you hit the putt, and then you have to tilt your head 90 degrees downward and rotate your neck until your nose is pointing right at the rolling balls.
I know.
Like, I'm at my local Muni course on a Saturday. People are watching. Why am I doing flamingo yoga on the practice green?
Well, what's fascinating here is the actual neuroscience behind it. It feels ridiculous, sure. But by tilting your head 90 degrees like that, you are perfectly aligning your stereoscopic vision with the ground, and you're activating your proprioceptive system.
Right, proprioception. That's your body's awareness of where it is in space, right?
Exactly. It's feeding raw, unfiltered physical data straight to your cerebellum. That's the supercomputer in the back of your brain.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So by watching those balls roll from that exact 90-degree angle, right after feeling the physical resistance of your backswing, your brain is instinctively learning the exact speed of that course on that specific day.
So I'm basically downloading the friction coefficient of the grass into my nervous system.
That is exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
But, and this is key, it only works if you do it for 4 to 6 minutes and you maintain a strict 2-1-2 rhythm.
Right, the 2-1-2 rhythm. Let's break that down. So that's 2 units back, 1 unit for impact, and 2 units for the follow-through.
Yes, it creates this super smooth, pendulum-like acceleration. If you yank the putter back quickly, your brain panics and you decelerate. And deceleration just completely destroys distance control.
Okay, so let's say I swallow my pride. I do the yoga. I keep the 2-1-2 rhythm. I am fully calibrated. I step up to the first green. I've got a 15-meter putt, and I leave it 3 meters short.
Which happens all the time.
Right. So why did my brain sabotage me? Is the calibration broken?
No, the calibration is fine. Your brain isn't broken. It's just, it's operating on a really ancient operating system. This is the evolutionary glitch.
Wait, evolutionary glitch? Are you saying cavemen are the reason I leave putts short?
I mean, essentially, yes. But think about it. For most of human history, moving too far meant danger, like falling off a cliff.
Please.
Yeah. Your brain is hardwired to be cautious. Even today, reaching for a door handle or a glass of water, your hand instinctively slows down to stop before contact. We are built to stop short.
Okay, that makes so much sense. But if I'm a golfer listening to this, I'm just throwing my hands up. Like, if my DNA wants me to be short, I'm never going to make a putt.
Which is a totally fair reaction.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why exercise 2 is in there. It's not about making putts. It's about mapping that instinct. You hit a long putt using pure instinct, and you just watch it stop short.
You just kind of accept it. Like, okay, brain, I see you trying to keep me away from the cliff.
Exactly. You acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And then you move to exercise 3, where you consciously fight that DNA.
Right, you force yourself to go long.
Yes. You set up the exact same putt, but you intentionally hit it past the target. You have to literally teach your cerebellum what long feels like.
So by feeling the naturally short and then the consciously long, you give your brain a realistic framework.
Precisely. You're building reliable guardrails.
Okay, so we've mapped the brain, we cured the caveman glitch. Now we need to talk about the physical reality at the cup. Like, what is the actual target speed?
Well, the methodology gives us a very specific number. The ball should arrive at the center of the hole at exactly 3 to 4 rotations per second.
3 to 4 RPS. Okay, what is that in? Like miles per hour?
It's about 0.9 to 1.2 miles per hour. Ideally, exactly 1.0 miles per hour.
Wait, hold on. A universal arrival speed of 1 mile an hour. Does that change if I have a tiny tap-in versus, a massive 15-meter lag putt?
No, it does not.
Yeah.
And that's a really common misconception.
Really? But a huge putt is moving way faster.
Coming off the putter face, yes, absolutely. But we're talking purely about the arrival speed of the hole. No matter how far the ball traveled as it crosses the center of the cup, it should be moving at exactly 1.0 miles per hour.
Okay, but why 1 mile an hour? Why not just have it barely dying over the edge so you don't have a long putt coming back if you miss?
Because greens are not perfectly smooth glass. They have footprints, spike marks, little imperfections.
Oh, yeah.
If the ball is rolling too slowly, it loses all its forward energy. A tiny little spike mark will violently knock it offline.
I have definitely been a victim of that. It's tracking, and then at the last second, it just wobbles and misses.
Exactly. And at 1.0 miles per hour, or 3 to 4 RPS, the ball has enough forward momentum to just plow through those imperfections. It holds its line.
But then, okay, why not hit it like 3 miles an hour just to be safe?
Because then the hole basically shrinks. If it's going too fast, gravity doesn't have time to pull it down into the cup. It'll just smash into the back lip and bounce out.
Right, it lips out. So 1.0 miles per hour is the Goldilocks speed. Not too slow, not too fast.
Exactly.
But, and here's the giant elephant in the room, a universal speed is great on a flat surface, but real golf courses are hills. If I have a steep downhill putt, gravity is pulling it. It's going to arrive way too fast.
You're entirely right. And this is where we introduce the distance point. On a hill, you can't use the hole as your distance target anymore.
So what do I use?
Well, for a downhill putt, gravity's doing the work.
Sure.
So you have to visualize a spot, a distance point, that is short of the hole.
Like playing a 10-foot putt for a 20-foot distance.
Yes. And for an uphill putt, it's the exact opposite. Gravity is fighting you, so you have to visualize a distance point beyond the hole.
It's funny. It's kind of like playing fetch with my dog on a hill.
Oh, how so?
Well, if he's standing up on a steep hill, I can't just throw the ball right at him. If I do, it runs out of gas and rolls back to me.
Right.
But if I throw it way too hard, it sails over him. I have to aim at an imaginary spot, maybe 10 feet to his left and 5 feet higher, so the arc of the ball and my dog perfectly intersect.
That is a brilliant analogy.
Yeah.
You are basically calculating an inclined plane in your head. But doing that math on a golf course is incredibly hard.
Which is where the tech comes in, right?
Yeah.
The sources talk about the Pedalize app.
Yes, the Pedalize app is fantastic for this. It takes the guesswork out entirely. It uses 4 specific variables.
Okay, let's break those down. It asks for the putt length and the slope percentage, which are pretty obvious, but then it asks for the green stimp and the fall line. What is the stimp?
The stimp is just how fast the green is rolling. Course superintendents measure it. A 12 on the stimp meter is a really fast green. A 9 is slower.
Okay, and the fall line?
The fall line is the pure path of gravity. If you poured a bucket of water on the green, the exact path that water takes straight down the hill, that's the fall line.
Got it. So I put all that into the app. What does it actually give me?
It basically builds a 3D map of the green and gives you the exact aim point, your target speed, and the exact distance point.
So it literally tells me, hey, for this 30-foot downhill putt, just hit it with the energy of a 16-foot putt.
Yes. It translates all that complex math into one simple target. It completely removes the fear of the hill.
Wow, it just turns it into pure, repeatable execution.
Which honestly brings us to, I think, the most radical part of this whole deep dive.
Redefining success.
Yes, Because if you follow this methodology, what a good putt is completely changes. Normally, it's just, did it go in? Made it or missed it?
Right. Outcome is everything for most players.
Right.
But this methodology argues that the outcome does not define the quality of the stroke, because you could hit a terrible putt, have it bounce off a weird bump, and just get lucky and it drops.
Exactly. A terrible execution with a lucky outcome. But conversely, you could do everything perfectly. You have your 2-1-2 rhythm, you hit your line, you nail your distance point, so the ball arrives at exactly 1.0 miles per hour.
But maybe the wind gusts or there's an invisible bump and it lips out.
Exactly. And most people would be furious. But according to this framework, that is a 100% successful putt.
Because you controlled the speed.
Yes. If you shift your focus purely to execution instead of the outcome, your confidence just skyrockets. You're focusing on a process you can actually control.
That is huge. So to recap all of this for you listening, if you're tired of constantly leaving putts short, here's the playbook. Remember, speed dictates the break. You've got to do the daily calibration. Yes, that means the flamingo head tilt and locking in that 2-1-2 rhythm.
Yep, feed that cerebellum.
Exactly. Acknowledge your caveman instinct to leave it short and intentionally hit it past the target to map your brain. Aim for that universal 3 to 4 RPS arrival speed to plow through spike marks. And use your distance points on those tricky hills.
That really is the entire distance control framework right there. But, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over for your next round.
Oh, let's hear it.
So we just talked about redefining success. The next time you miss a crucial putt, I challenge you. Don't get mad at the grass. Don't curse the golf gods.
Right, turn into your own analyst.
Exactly. Ask yourself honestly, did I leave it short because I broke my 2-1-2 rhythm and decelerated out of pure evolutionary fear? Or did I blow it way past the hole because I abandoned my distance point and just guessed?
That is such a powerful reframe. I mean, it's just free data for your cerebellum. So next time you're standing over a putt, just stop. Calibrate your body, trust your distance point, let go of the outcome, and you might just find you never have to watch a perfect read die 6 feet short ever again.